how to stand out, and business cards I think are one of the main ones that you can use something like this. These special touches, the whole point of these ones is if you want to try to create that wow factor.
There's two business cards that always stand out. The really crappy ones and the ones that are like, wow, this is different than what I'm used to.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the FIP Printing Pros podcast. I'm your host, Josh Dynison. As always with me, I got my co-host, Chris Lockwood. And today we're continuing our series on topics that kind of going over on how to help you best get some answer some of the questions that you might have. And today what we're going to be talking about is basically your specialty finishes, kind of how to add that wow factor to the different pieces that you're printing. And to start with, I brought some different type of stuff with me. And we'll start with this one first. This one here is a soft touch, and it's got a raised UV on these, like the pink and blue things.
Sorry, I got my last business cards done.
Yep.
It really stands out.
You got the raised UV as well?
Yeah, on
okay.
the logo, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, on the corner. Yeah, on that spot for your logo. Now, basically what this does is obviously soft touch, but it feels velvet, like very like smooth.
Yeah.
And on this, it just gets an extra layer of, like, when you rub your hand across it, just gets an extra like special touch to it. Plus, if you can, I don't know if this translates on the camera, but it gives a little shimmer. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's popping up when I'm doing that. So that's like one of the specialty things. And I got it on my business cards too. Same thing is that I got the raised UV. And what I did was, so it's a soft touch all throughout. And then on the logo, I can feel it raised on my logo right there. So to me, that's, I think we talked about on like one of our podcasts a while ago with the business cards and how to stand out. And business cards, I think, are one of the main ones that you can use something like this, because otherwise everybody just gets business cards and just goes right in the pocket.
Yeah, I think there's two business cards that always stand out. The really crappy ones and the ones that are like, wow, this is different than what I'm used to. And not necessarily the shape. I think there's all kinds of people that do different shapes, and that's cool. It's something different, but when you're holding and you feel it, you know, you can feel the cheap ones. You can feel the one they printed out at home and it has the rough edges where they tore them out, like my first business cards. And then you feel like the soft touch with the raise, there's a textural difference.
Yep. And like we talked about, these special touches, the whole point of these ones is if you want to try to create that wow factor.
Yeah. And
that remembrance, because remember, like, we have our different, a feel and a touch is a sense that we have that then connects to a remembering in our brain. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if you're trying to be remembered as a brand, a company, whatever you're representing, having that extra touch will add that remembering to your customers. Yep. when they grab something that you hand them. That'll stand out more than just a general flyer, brochure, business card, So that's that one. The other one, this is another one that actually is raised UV. Again, I think you can see the golf ball look is shimmery. This is that one is, and actually, let me see. That's not,
you can feel the dimples.
This is not soft touch. This is just a regular, like, thicker cover stock. But we added the raised UV where the golf ball dimples are.
Yeah. So when you run your hand, just to describe it, when you run your hand over it, you can feel the lines. So it feels like an oversized golf ball that you're running your hand over. And it's not, sticky's not the right word, but it's kind of grabby. So it doesn't leave anything, but it kind of grabs your finger as you go across, so you can feel it. And so that's just, again, that's one more thing that you remember, about it. Now, you got to have the right design for this to work.
Yes.
It can't just be a random part of your flyer or card that stands out. it needs to be, something that makes sense for it to do that.
Yep.
Like on my business card, the logo up in the right-hand corner. So if I'm holding it, you can feel the logo, and so that's an appropriate place for it to stand out.
If you want to leverage different print and promotional products for your company but don't know how to go about doing it, click the link below and let's schedule a free strategy session with me, and I'd love to help you guys out. Look forward to talking with you. Again, what we were talking about, these are just special touches. You can feel the dimples on the golf ball, and these are just the type of things that really really add that little special touch. And again, this is just a for a golf scorecard for a golf a course. So this is not typical of what people will do, because most people will not go to add this special touch. But this was for a special tournament, and they wanted to add a special touch that they were doing. But yeah, so that's another piece there. One of the other ones we have is foil. So you can see that foil adds a little more, like this adds a little shimmer. It does, but foil adds that really extra, almost like a metallic-y look a lot of times, is how I would describe it.
That's the name foil?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that
foil? Tin foil?
Yeah. Yeah. It does also have, like, if you can feel it and touch it too, but like it's not as much, you know what I mean? It's just a little different. Now, again, we did that on a soft touch as well, so that velvety feel.
You can even feel, like, if y'all can see this, this is soft touch, but you can feel the raised flakes, the snowflakes.
Yep.
And then you can feel the bump, but the Holiday, I don't know if y'all can see, it's really smooth. Mm-hmm. It's like if you were to run your finger over a clean piece of glass, like it's just really smooth.
Yep.
And so it's just a little bit different texture, but it really stands out.
Yep. And so that's another finish. So you got your raised UV, your soft touch, your foil. One of the other ones that, and this is just another piece we did, where you had the different raised special touch to the letters there. But also then you got laminate that we do to a lot of like menus mainly. Rarely do we do it on anything other than that. Or sometimes like this. This is actually a menu too, but like sometimes let's just pretend this is I didn't have one as a sample, so I just grabbed this, but a booklet that is maybe 50 to 100 pages or something like that, and we do the spiral bind. The cover, a lot of times we will put a laminate over so that it has that extra protection layer on the outside of the booklet, and then the inside would just be your normal pages or whatever. We've done that before. Or you could do like acetate is what they call it, which is just a very thin sheet of plastic that goes over the cover of a booklet on a spiral bind. So those are some different things. Now that's only used in spiral bind though. But these are some just the different. And again, when I say finishes, typically I'm talking about more your feels and things like that.
Texture and
but just a quick and I'll talk about this more on the binding side of it. But here's a perfect bind. Here's a spiral bind. So just some different. And the spiral is just the flat, where a lot of times you can even add like a print for the I guess what kind of your book is or whatever your company name or anything.
Yeah.
That's a very small subtle one. Mostly you got a lot of times get more all the way across.
And this is glued. This isn't stapled, right?
That's perfect bind. Yeah. So that's glued. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So that's kind of the main things for when it comes to finishes. And again, it all depends on what you're trying to put out there. And again, you have to know what it's for, because it is a little more expensive to hand them out, but also what kind of clients you're trying to get. Are you trying to be remembered and be different, or you just want to here's something cheap to hand out type of thing just to everybody? Like what is the purpose? Are you trying to, if you're just trying to hand it out to just several people and a lot of people are just going to throw it away because you're just trying to get more like a mass thing out there.
Well, it's like I have two different business cards. It's the same card, but I have the one that is the soft touch that I hand out to the people I really need to remember me, that are my referral sources and stuff like that. And then I have just the regular business cards that I just hand out to everyone because they're a lot cheaper and it's more, it's I still want people to know who I am, but it's not as, I don't need them to remember me over and over and over again.
Yep. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing with any of these things is it's the special wow factor that is going to make you stand out. And you want to make sure you're utilizing it to the right people that would actually care enough. You don't want to just, unless you just got a lot of money in your company, you're just like, hey, I just want to be the best of the best in everything. And now, there are some companies that, that this is their philosophy and they always want to, they have the money to spend. So, but most, I would say companies, they're trying to be, mindful of like how they're spending their money, especially on the marketing side. And that's just the kind of stuff to keep in mind.
All right.
But I think that will end that episode there. And I will be, again, the next episode we'll continue the series. And until next time, let's continue to grow together.
It's time to step up. Yeah, it's grind time. No more letting up. No, running faster, further. No more running up. Yeah, giving my all. No more giving up. Listen to me. Step. It's time.